I'm Ned Jarrett. From Papyrus, this is NASCAR Racing.
Everyone with one of those little cards in their wallet that says licensed driver with an ugly photograph in the corner has committed a crime at least once in their lives. They've broken the speed limit. Yes, that includes you. Now, the difference between all of us and, say, Al Unser Jr. is that Al drives a car meant solely for that purpose, while many of us scoot around in cardboard box-like automobiles which, if sold immediately, could maybe get us a decent lunch at the deli. Maybe not. NASCAR Racing from Papyrus will satisfy our need for speed. Since the last time we looked at NASCAR, the designers have made advancements in the physics and graphics elements. NASCAR will run in either of two graphics modes: regular 320 by 200 VGA graphics and 640 by 480 SVGA for those who can handle it. After fooling around with the low-res mode for all of 5 minutes, I tried high-res and got hooked. Bad. Take a look at these screenshots and see for yourself. NASCAR is simply the best-looking racing game ever to greet my eyes. It's deep, too. Most of the important customization routines seemed complete. All 9 of the famous stock car tracks are usable, and according to the official NASCAR expert, incredibly accurate. Watkins Glen has its hairpin turns, and Talladega has its overly banked curves. Why any man would want to drive on these tracks is beyond me. The total stock car experience extends beyond the car itself. Among NASCAR's many bells and whistles is its excellent replay feature, which boasts almost a dozen camera angles, and the ability to follow any car, computer, or human controlled. The graphics wizards at Papyrus have developed a polygon engine which is not only fast, but adaptable as well. I couldn't find any distortion or other mistakes from any camera angle. Having polygon parts fly off your car when you crash is way too enjoyable though. I crashed intentionally just to see my $250,000 car get mutilated. A good joystick is the controller of choice for most sim fans. Undoubtedly, that's what most people who buy NASCAR will use to play it. This is unfortunate, as a steering wheel controller and pedals are a must, and coupled with a big screen monitor, this setup provides an unbelievable level of realism. When you play NASCAR, you feel like you're in the car. You lean to one side when you approach a turn, you glance up every now and then and check your rear view mirror. It's almost scary. Speaking of scary, traveling at upwards of 200 miles per hour is something I normally associate with cramped seating and blue toilet water. As well as NASCAR simulates the control of a stock car, it does just as good a job simulating the feel of being out of control. One of Papyrus's main selling points for the game is its physics mod, which accurately recreates things like centrifugal force. Boy, do you feel it. I'd hate to be the flesh and blood driver of the car I maneuvered on screen. Let's just say the road wouldn't be the only place you'd find skid marks. Several modes are available for racing. Practice mode lets you get a feel for the track before you choose to race. Like any good sports simulation, NASCAR lets you participate in a full season of racing on different tracks against many different opponents. Or if you prefer to take things one step at a time, single race mode would be more your speed. In any mode, a number of different options await you before you even get to the track, the most useful being the opponents menu. This lets you choose how many opponents you'll have in a race and how fast compared to you they'll be able to go. Once at a track, you'll be able to enter the garage and make adjustments to your machine. So many modifications can be made here that you might want to have a mechanic handy to tell you what all of them do. I sure as hell don't know what suspension camber is, and I doubt Al Unser does either. He has a pit crew for that sort of thing. It should be obvious to you by now that NASCAR racing is a leap ahead in simulation technology. A big leap. Nothing's missing. It's one of those games you'll spend all day with, all the while becoming hated by everyone else around you who wants a turn. Hey, simulations are called that because they're not the real thing. They just try to be. With near-perfect playability and near-perfect graphics, NASCAR is nearly the real thing, and it's a lot cheaper than a stock car.